Hello, friends and family. It's day 97, cycle 5, day 12. I'm Jen, and today and every day we're going to talk about my quest to crush aggressive diffuse large B-cell lymphoma, DLBCL, stage 4, and we're using the R-EPOCH immunotherapy chemotherapy to crush non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Let's get into it. We'll start with our daily quote. 2 quotes, and I'm going to use these lovely cards that I have been gifted. I'll flash them on the screen while I'm reading. To achieve greatness, start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. Arthur Ashe. I thought that one was pretty good. Second one. Action is the foundational key to all success. Pablo Picasso. So when I put these together, action, and to achieve greatness, you gotta act, you start where you are, you use what you have, and you do what you can. I thought these were great messages. So I actually, somewhat randomly, a little bit selected these cards out of the box. Somewhat randomly, though. I picked the first one, and then I found the second one that kind of went with it. But yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I went into YouTube to my channel, and I had been delaying, and I wanted to look up, and I wanted to get a professional to help me, and blah, blah, blah. And I went in there myself, and I made up my banner, and I uploaded a picture of myself instead of waiting for a logo. And I said, the perfect is not going to be the enemy of good. I'm going to get something done so that it looks like at least I made an effort, which I did, and I have been making an effort. And realistically, my effort is not exponential because most of my focus is on crushing NHL. Anyway, I was very proud of myself. I feel like a weight's been lifted. Like that was something that was kind of weighing on me. I really wanted to do it, and I hadn't done it. So what's there now? Is that the end state? Probably not. Is it enough for me to get started? Yes. So now I'm like super excited in my heart. The other part of me is exhausted because today was my first day back to work. About let's make a plan. Let's make a recording plan. Let's, come up with video ideas and start recording videos and have a release schedule and so forth and so on. I'm like so pumped to get that content going. I'm so tired of this. I have cancer and I'm fighting through it content. I'm sure you guys are tired of it too. I'm so excited to move on to like the content that I want to have here. So that pumped me up and kind of spoke to me when I read about achieving greatness. Start where I am, do what I can. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm very excited. So tell me down below, what can you do to achieve greatness? What can you start right now with what you have? What can you do? Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. You got it. All right. So let me move on to how am I feeling? Overall, I feel much better, but not yet to whatever the new normal is. So I can definitely still feel the lingering symptoms of the chemotherapy poisoning. My brain feels a bit off. I know you guys tell me I don't have chemo brain, but it just doesn't feel quite as sharp as it usually is, if that makes any sense. Now, is that because I spent the last 5 or 6 days kind of turned off and now I'm trying to turn back on, or is that leftover chemo? I don't know. But overall, again, day 9 was better than 8 by a lot. 10 was way better. 11 was way, way better. And 12, I think, is better. So definitely every day is getting better. Overall, I feel pretty good. Not like having any heavy symptoms. When I go through my symptom list, there's nothing that's like, oh my gosh. So overall, incredibly grateful to be having more good days than bad, right? I'm back to that. And you have to be grateful for what you get. And that's what I'm grateful for. Excuse me. All right, so angel deliveries. None that I'm aware of. Doctor news. None that I'm aware of. To-do list. I have a little bit of a to-do list. All right, here we go. Ready? I worked. Did a full day at work. I hydrated. I'm already at 70, probably around 80 ounces, and I'm still got some time to go. So I'm sure I'm going to meet my goals today. I had 2 robotics meetings. I attended both. I had to do medicine distribution for myself. I had done a 2 weeks and my 2 weeks was up. And I had to do magic mouthwash mix because obviously I'm using it much more heavily during this time and it was running out. I only had 1 or 2 doses left. And guess what I had for lunch today? After that conversation yesterday, I had to have tuna melt casserole for lunch and it was yummy. Dinner was again a hamburger. I don't know, the hamburger, like, I don't know why, but it's settling or it's not disruptive to my belly at this time. I don't know what else to say. I was thinking about salad, so maybe tomorrow I'm going to introduce some salad either at lunch or dinner. I'd like to get more greens in, and I think that will help everything. To do must for tomorrow. I have to work, I have to hydrate, and I have 1 robotics meeting. That is it. I don't really have anything else. On my to-do, would love to do, as you may or may not know, my husband is a organ recipient. Organ donor. So I would like to send an email to the donor family. I had plans to do it over the summer and it kind of fell by the wayside. Probably I just didn't have the stamina because I was sick and I didn't know it at that time. But I would like to send mail. We're coming up soon to the anniversary and I just would like to send a thank you and check in with them. So that's something I would like to do. Hopefully I can get that done tomorrow. And then of course cleaning would be on my would like to do, but we'll see how that goes. And I think I did not mention on my, let me just check. I'm going back to check. On yesterday's live, I did not. On yesterday's live on my to-do list, I forgot to mention that I did a quick clean of the kitchen. I spent about 25 minutes, believe it or not, scrubbing and cleaning and vacuuming and throwing stuff out and loading the dishwasher and all those kinds of things because the nurse was coming and it was a total wreck because I had been sick. I couldn't live with it anyway. So that's the story. So that's my to-do list, my to-do list. I was able to walk charity miles today, but very, very disappointed in the app again. So I only had 1 opportunity for a prolonged walk. I took 10 minutes at lunchtime because I was at work and it was beautiful outside. So I walked in the house and then I walked outside and then I walked inside and I set my timer for 10 minutes and just walked as much as I could. And our home is on an incline, so I'm calling it a hike because I walked all the way down the hill in the backyard and back up twice. And I was like, I better not push it because I'm just recovering. I'm not going to do a 3rd time. But if I get to walk tomorrow, then I'll try and do 3 times. I mean, I'm calling that a hike, the walking up the hill. Oh my goodness. When I walked that hill when I was pregnant with Bob, which is already 24 years, almost 23 and a half, 24 years ago. I used to have to walk the hill when I was pregnant, and I was like, it's like Mount Everest with my big pregnant body. In any case, I did not have a big pregnant body, and I did walk up the hill twice and down. But so on my Fitbit, I walked about 3/4 of a mile. When I got inside, I went into the charity miles to shut it off when I was done, and it said, "Oh, we're recovering your workout." I was like, you got to be kidding me. And it came in at 0.09, which doesn't even count. You have to have 0.1 to make it count. So then I paced in the house until I got to 0.1, but I had to go back to work. I already spent my minutes. So I stopped the workout at 0.1. I know because I have my Fitbit data that I walked 3/4 of a mile, which is not great, but not horrible for 10 minutes. But I only got 0.1 on my charity miles, but at least I got something, right? I guess I can be grateful for that. So collectively, we have a team of 17 now. Congratulations and thank you for joining. And our collective miles. Now, I checked this afternoon. It was 950, but I think I just saw something higher than that recently. I was looking and I didn't write it down. I think it's in the 960s, so I'm going to write it here for you. But anyway, I'm so proud of you guys. Great job. If anyone's interested in joining our team, you're more than welcome. If it helps motivate you to move, all the better. That makes me happy to know that you're moving. So good for you. Everywhere, on the inside and the outside. So thank you so much for joining our team. And our team is right here. Crush NHL, ! And there's a link down below in the description if you'd like to join as well. All right, so if you're just here for story time, that is the end of story time today. Thank you so much for joining. And we will see you tomorrow. All right, daily symptoms and statistics. So the nausea. I have not taken any medication since Saturday night. I did have a couple times today during the day where I had kind of like breakthrough nausea. I don't even know what to call it. I wasn't hungry. I wasn't thirsty. Just all of a sudden I felt nauseous. So I kind of just took a chill, and I can't tell like symptomatically if that was because I had taken my pills or I had pushed my body a little too hard or like what caused the nausea. But then it went away. I did not take any medication. Mouth pain a bit. Teeth pain, no. Throat pain, a bit. My weight is up again, X5.2. My fluid in was 92 ounces or 2.7 liters. And my weight, and my fluid out was 2.3 liters. So again, my weight went up exactly the fluid that I didn't get rid of. So I'm not clear on what's going on there, but we're just rolling with it for now. The disparity is small enough that you could argue insensible losses and other things, so I'm not going to worry about it. Don't borrow trouble. All right, yesterday my sleep was excellent at 8 hours and 18 minutes. And I did, just before I recorded this video, I had a 45-minute kind of rest in bed. I didn't fall asleep, but I rested. My movement was 5,900 steps yesterday, which was down from the day prior, but still acceptable. I do have to get back up to my 7,000 goal, so let me work on that this week. My vitals were fine. Neuropathy is a bit on the tips, still just the tips of the fingers, not going down the hands or anything. Hair loss is status quo. Skin is status quo. Nose clots, yes. Night sweats, yes. And I think they went up a little bit, so that's a little concerning. And maybe that could also be, that's an insensible loss. So that could be the disparity in the weight as well. I don't know. The fact that the weight's going up makes me think I'm not letting go of the fluid, but who knows. No headache. Fatigue a bit. Red skin, no. And chemo brain, no. Although, like I said earlier, I don't feel as sharp as normal. I don't know how else to articulate that. I mean, I don't feel like but I just don't feel as sharp as my normal self. Any number of things could contribute to that, though. All right, what else can I tell you about today? I think that is all the news that's fit to print. So thank you all so much for joining me today and for your love and support, for lifting me up and holding me when I need the support. I really appreciate it, and can't wait to see you tomorrow. Have a good one. We love you. Remember, every day is a gift. Live it.